Your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, it's been kind of a breezy day across central Illinois. Those winds have come down from what they were earlier this morning. We're going to get a brief break from the winds, and then we're going to ramp back up as we head into the weekend. Lots of sunshine, though, on this Friday. The weekend, it is here, and it's going to actually be a really nice one overall. Temperatures today definitely took a hit. It was quite a bit cooler, only 42 in Champaign, 45 in Effingham, and we'll see temperatures dip down below the freezing mark here tonight. But respond nicely during the day on Saturday and Sunday. We'll show you the latest numbers coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
DCFS is investigating at a Central Illinois grade school who was asked to leave while they do.
Plus, police were called to a subway today. We'll tell you what they were investigating.
Students aren't wearing orange and blue today. Instead, campus is a sea of green. How this year's unofficial St. Patrick's Day compares to years past.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
A staff member is on leave after something happened at an elementary school in Urbana. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. We're working on getting more details, but this is what we know so far. It happened at Thomas Paine Elementary School yesterday morning. It was between a staff member and a student. DCFS is investigating. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in our newsroom now. So, Courtney, do we know if anyone was hurt?
Well, Jennifer, I haven't been able to get an answer to that question, but I have called the school several times today, and I kept getting sent to the principal's voicemail. Thomas Paine Principal Dolores Lloyd sent out a letter to parents after this happened. It explained that this happened as students were waiting to get dismissed for class at the beginning of the day yesterday. Because of that, there were several students who witnessed it. Those students were interviewed, and they talked to staff who helped support them. I talked to a mother of a student at the school. She says she wishes she knew more about the situation and what happened, but she says she understands the district has to honor privacy rules. She also added that the school should do more extensive screenings and background checks on staff members. Reporting live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Courtney, let us know if you find out anything else. The letter to parents said the staff member had to leave school property, and they are on leave until the investigation is over. The district says that is their policy with an investigation involving staff.
The superintendent of Champaign Schools is retiring at the end of her contract. Susan Zola was promoted from her role as assistant superintendent in 2017. She's stepping down at the end of June next year. At the meeting on Monday, the school board will discuss hiring a search firm to find candidates for the job. The district wants to name a replacement by January. University of Illinois police say they were told someone drew swastikas on a whiteboard at a dorm hall. They say a U of I employee found both swastikas and male genitalia drawn on a whiteboard hanging on a student's door at Wardle Hall. The employee found the drawings on February 28th and again the next day after a student erased the first drawing.
New tonight at 5, police are investigating a robbery that happened this afternoon in Urbana. It happened at the subway on University near Carl Hospital. Police say a suspect came in wearing a mask. He then handed a note to a worker demanding money. The suspect got cash and ran. If you know anything, call police. And Urbana police are investigating after shots were fired early this morning. Happened near the Town and Country Apartments on Kerr Avenue. No one was hurt. An update now on the coronavirus in Illinois. There was a meeting at the Mines in Decatur.
Yeah, Congressman Rodney Davis heard from health experts and community leaders to understand what the federal government can do better in fighting this virus. Now, WCIA 3's Cole Hankey was at that meeting today. He joins us live from our Capitol newsroom tonight. So, Cole, what did they focus on?
Well, most of the meeting focused on learning how everybody was reacting to the virus and how their procedures worked. The crowd was made up of hospital executives and doctors and public health officials and university leaders. Each one detailed how they are working on their response plans and how they would like to see federal dollars spent. Davis, who was briefed by the White House leadership team on the virus yesterday, also spoke with Governor Pritzker this morning, and he said the two levels of government are on the same page.
Everybody's communicating. That's, we've seen in previous outbreaks, we've seen in disaster responses in the past, the worst thing that can happen is that all levels are not communicating with each other. And my entire goal today was to make sure I knew firsthand that our local professionals were getting the same information.
Most of the officials in the room said that their processes are moving smoothly so far. They were able to work out the kinks after previous outbreaks, like H1N1 and Ebola. Davis said he plans to take what he learned from the meeting back to Washington, and that includes concerns about possible supply shortages and space for treatment. He's taking those back to the federal government, to Congress, where he hopes to suggest them for the federal government's next steps. Reporting in Springfield, I'm Cole Hankey, WCIA 3. Your local news leader. All right, Cole, thanks. Now, the U.S. House and Senate passed emergency funding for the response to coronavirus. A total of $8.3 billion will be spread across the country. Almost half will be put toward making testing kits accessible. The rest will go toward funding response efforts and organizations impacted by the virus.
And while the coronavirus outbreak is impacting many parts of life, Blood Services wants to remind you it is still safe to donate. Community Blood Services said they actually are in need of more donations as the virus spreads. You can't get it from giving blood. However, you do have to be healthy to donate. And Decatur schools will be putting their buildings through a deep clean next week while students are on spring break. They decided to do it on the recommendation from the state's response to the coronavirus. The district says it's just a precaution since there are no reports of the virus in Macon County. Green Street in Champaign has turned into a sea of green shirts at the U of I.
Yeah, today is the official start of Unofficial. With that sea of green comes, of course, safety concerns. WCIA 3's Andy Olson is live in Champaign. So, Andy, how have the cities and the university prepared for this year?
Well, Paul, like every year, UIPD is increasing their patrols around campus, and both Urbana and Champaign have temporary regulations in place just for the weekend. The green shirts, synonymous with unofficial St. Patrick's Day, were around campus as early as this morning, but the party couldn't start at local bars until 10 a.m. in Champaign and 11 a.m. in Urbana. Both cities' mayors introduced that rule for the weekend in what they call an issue of public health. Thousands of students take part every year. We talked to some participating today. They view the occasion as relaxation after weeks of hard work.
I think that's what it is, honestly. Everybody's stressed out, finals, everything like that. Everybody gets out. Everybody wants to have fun and go out. I think that's the biggest thing for it.
The unofficial party will continue through Sunday. Rules from both cities on opening, of restriction on pitchers and bottles, and more will continue through then as well. Now, UIPD says that they have seen dangerous activity decrease in recent years, but they still have those extra patrols around campus looking for drunk driving, overcrowded balconies, and more behavior that they find dangerous. Live in Champaign, Andy Olson, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Yeah, certainly they want to keep everybody safe, but they want to let them have a good time, too. All right, Andy, thanks. And it has been 3 years since a student died after falling off a balcony during Unofficial. It was the second death related to the event that started in 1996.
You have probably noticed the push to get you to participate in the census. Some of those ads could be deceiving. Find out what you need to watch out for.
Plus, we've been telling you about some remarkable women from Central Illinois. Tonight, meet the woman who is taking home the prize.